Hello guys, welcome back, konnichiwa, herzlich willkommen. So guys, update on Faraday Future, ticker FFAI. We had here a trading volume of 4 million shares on Friday, which is nothing. You can see that the average volume is waiting here at 15 million shares, but we have a very important information here in the chart which I want to share with you, and also when I expect something to happen here for Faraday Future in the upcoming days. As you know guys, this is not financial advice. The main purpose is to educate you in trading, and usually I do that by showing here short squeeze stocks and Faraday Future, as we all know here with the 10,000% squeeze. And I also made a lot of videos here before the squeeze on Faraday Future guys. It is a very easy to trade stock here. Very reliable on the chart patterns. That's the reason why I show you here different chart techniques and show you where to spot here potential entries and exit price levels for this ticker. Not financial advice, my dear friends. So let's start with the chart. Zack, we don't need the indicators right now. First, before we enable here the drawings, we can see that we have here just two significant price levels, in my opinion, for Faraday Future, which decide if a squeeze happens or not. One of those price levels is waiting here in the $8.60 range, and one of the price levels you can see here, where we are right now in the $4 range here, that was the price range where Faraday Future, let's say, bottomed in here at $3.80 in this range. Here was the technical bottom between $3.80 and $3.46, and everything below that is usually made by market makers to shake out retail investors out of their positions, and also the reason why you have this kind of massive squeeze afterwards. So more or less we're trading now here in a liquidity zone where usually we have some kind of support here based on the chart what we see here in the past. So I will draw that for you guys. The liquidity zone, in my opinion, is waiting right here. I would say even $3.46. So I draw that for you here and make this a little bit more visible. Zack. So guys, this is where usually when we don't have delusion, this is very important. If there is no delusion, then this is usually here the price range where the stock starts to respond. We have some shakeouts. We had this gap close here. So why didn't we had here a technical reaction and started to squeeze a little bit lower? Because we had an open gap here in the chart, guys. Please see my previous videos where I explained it in detail why we had the squeeze reaction, and I also named that. I called it here. That was the day when I released the video and said we will see a squeeze, and that happened here immediately afterwards. So what is the bad news? The bad news is that we have here an algo trend line which is controlling the squeeze. This yellow trend line here is let's call it also make it or break it algo trend channel, which is controlling or compressing the price. That means when we go over this price range, which would mean today, when we see a price today of $6.46, that could be here in favor for a squeeze, and then Faraday Future has room to go back here, even in the $20 range, depending of course on the date. It's a descending trend channel here. I zoom out one more time if you are new to this channel and didn't see my previous videos. This is the descending trend channel, in my opinion, which is controlling the squeeze for Faraday Future. Everything over this trend channel, guys, will also cause not only squeeze, that will cause a massive short squeeze like we had here, the 10,000% squeeze in the past. However, we're trading at $3.99, so we have to be realistic, and for now that means that I expect the price to come down one more time here back to $3.50 here in this range. And the make it or break it price level, which I see in the chart, where I usually also, where I will buy in my positions, is not a financial advice, guys, but here between $2.15 and $1.97, there should be a very, very strong responsive technical zone for Faraday Future if they are not diluting the stock, guys. Very important. Yeah, when they dilute the stock, those price levels may break. Please make your own due diligence. It's quite tricky here what is going on behind the scenes, since they had a huge delusion, then made a stock split. The float should be around 100 million shares right now. I posted that here in the chart, guys. 104.2 million shares should be the actual float, but as I said, be aware of that, guys. So we have some hidden signals, as I mentioned already. We have some hidden signals in the chart that something is cooking up, guys, and I mean by hidden signals, I mean this very, very strong volume candle. So what usually happens? The market makers always want to get the lowest possible price. Faraday Future is finding support here on the RSI, guys. You can see the moving average on the RSI. The red line here is supporting the green line. This is not bad, and it is of course a bullish signal. However, The market makers want to get the lowest possible price. That's why I expect here one more shakeout to happen. We have to be back here in the oversold area, at least here in the daily chart of the RSI, before we could see here a squeeze happen. When do I expect the next squeeze for Faraday Future? By the way, guys, when we talk about squeezes, when I expect squeezes, I always post here a lot of swing trade alerts on my channel, guys, on Patreon. Also, my so-called hot stocks are available right now. I release these videos every Sunday, guys. So it's not only Faraday Future. We have a lot of short squeeze plays here in the market. It's not like that I only talk about short squeeze stocks. I really try to predict them, the same what I'm doing right now here again for Faraday Future. And as I said, please watch my previous Faraday Future videos. I predicted already many squeezes for this ticker as well, guys. So if you want to see here my brand new hot stock video, I had here a lot of squeezes in the past days and weeks. We had this massive squeeze here last week. One of my hot stocks squeezed 1,400%, guys. Absolute crazy. After, of course, I released here my prediction. And also last week here, we finished again with a 140% squeeze. Also here in this date range where I expected a squeeze to happen, guys. And this is very important because I will show you the same for Faraday Future. I cannot see the future, but I see the chart signals, and that plays out for many, many stocks in the market. So if you want to see these kind of short squeeze plays, guys, besides Faraday Future, please join in here our trading community. We are growing quick, we are growing fast, and we are growing massively. I have more than 1,000 members already. We have the Elite Circle membership here on YouTube. There you only get access to my member and my so-called hot stock videos, which I just released today, guys. If you want to see also the Patreon swing trade alerts, where you also have high squeeze potential tickers, then of course the full package membership on Patreon is the way to go. And this is also the membership where I have much more members right now, guys. If you want to join in here, feel free. It doesn't matter if you are beginner or advanced traders. The links to the memberships are here in the video description. So guys, now let's talk about the squeeze date range for Faraday Future, which I expect to happen. So there are two scenarios. We have scenario one, the market makers gapping down the price overnight, 20-30% minus. As I said, it is possible that we come back down here in the $2 to $2, also $2.20 to $1.97 range. That would mean we could see here a price drop in total of almost 50% for Faraday Future, and then that could trigger the next potential algo squeeze. Not a short squeeze, an algo squeeze of a few, maybe a few 100%. I show you the price levels afterwards. This is scenario one. Scenario two is that they're bleeding out the price slowly, that we come down slowly. As I said, there is a chance that we see a technical reaction here in this price range, $3.80 to $3.46. But we know already that the market makers are able to do price actions like that. Huge shakeouts, they use synthetic shares here to create these kind of shakeouts. That's the reason why you see these kind of massive short squeezes. Afterwards, we have this over and over again, guys, for many, many stocks in the market. As I said, Faraday Future is very predictable. It is not too easy to catch here some squeeze plays, at least when you know how to read the chart. So that's why I expect the price to come down here, maybe in the $2 range. However, if I cannot say you exactly where the price bottom is, but I expect something to happen here in favor for a squeeze in this date range, guys, here from the 24th of September until the 4th of October here. This date range is the time range where I expect a squeeze to happen. No matter, this is my opinion, guys, not financial advice, no matter where the price is sitting here, when we don't see a squeeze before this date range and the price is sitting somewhere here between $3, let's say $3.50 and $2, guys, I will make a swing trade here. And of course, if they don't dilute the stock, we have to follow up this ticker. As you know, I post here updates almost every week. So this is what I'm waiting for here for this date range or the price ranges here. It is the combination of both. The market makers will make a shakeout before we see a bigger squeeze. That doesn't mean that we could not see here some nice algo pumps. We also had this algo pump here of 87%. But as I said, when we want to see here some big action to happen, some huge price action, then we need to see here a bigger shakeout for Faraday Future, guys. So let's disable here the indicators for a second. So we have one very significant price range. As I said, the squeeze trigger price level is here between $7.59 and $8.55, guys. So if we just retest this price level here based on the actual price, this is more or less already here a 100% price move and nothing special. You can see that Faraday Future is able to do that. We had that already here once. We closed this open gap, by the way, and we have a lot of more open gaps in the chart. You can see one gap is even waiting here at $45. Usually I would not say, hey, we go back to $45, guys. This is not the purpose here to hype you up and to talk about some moon prices here. But the problem is with Faraday Future, if we come back here in this trend channel, in this algo trend channel, then at least, yeah, if we see here a huge algo pump with huge volume, it is no problem for Faraday Future to hit the top of this trend channel one more time. And as I said in the beginning of the video, that would bring us back here to $20 or here $19, of course, depending on the day. This is not a short squeeze, guys. This is just an algo pump, yeah, and that would mean from the actual price, that is already here a price action of 400%, 350%, depending on the day. Everything over this trend channel, guys, like this, then we talk here about a massive squeeze for Faraday Future. And as I said, we have this open gap at $45. Technically, there is a chance that we close this gap. Of course, we had a stock split here. This is not in favor here to close the open gaps, but technically this is possible. But I would focus here on the price ranges here in the $17 to $20 range in favor in case of an algo pump or a squeeze. The usual resistance, yeah, if we don't get rejected here at $7.61 or $8.55, then latest here at $9, you can see the purple EMA line is one of the bigger resistance here for Faraday Future, guys. I know you don't want to hear that, but as I said, I just be honest here with you. I give you my prediction based on the chart. I could be totally wrong, but when you see my previous videos, then you can see that I predicted here many squeezes already for Faraday Future, and as I also showed here for a lot of other stocks as well. That's why I recommend here to check out my brand new hot stock video, which is available right now. Guys, if you like this content, if you don't want to miss any updates on my short squeeze tickers and of course Faraday Future, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. My dear friends, I wish you a nice weekend. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, ein wunderschönes Wochenende. Bis zum nächsten Video. Alles Gute. Bye bye, guys.